Hey guys, Ash here. Most laptop videos we see are centered around gaming. Now there's a good reason for that. A lot of people who watch these videos, they like to game as well. That said, that also means people looking for a laptop for heavy non-gaming use like production or just a fine laptop for light use, they don't have a lot of choices, and especially in India, it's really hard to find any laptop coverage that's not sponsored. Oh yeah, I went there. So here's an unbiased and honest list of the top laptops to buy, not just for gaming, but for all uses, including portability and production. Also, we will be looking at multiple price points. First, let's start with the ultra budget range, under 30,000 rupees. What I like here is that we now have quite good specs at this price point. Avida seems to be a brand that's carved a niche out for itself here. At 26,990, they're offering the Pura Ryzen 5, which, like the name indicates, sports a Ryzen 5 3500U, which is a solid CPU. It's paired with a 14-inch Full HD display and 512 gigs of solid-state storage. There's 8 gigs of RAM too. Talking about which, guys, I've made a conscious decision to omit any laptop with less than 8 gigs of RAM from this list, because in today's day and age, with people constantly doing multiple things, multiple tabs open, swapping between stuff, 4 GB just ain't cutting it for Windows. I mean, phones these days have more than 4 gigs constantly. So that said, if you're really short on cash, if you just want something to watch videos, then maybe the Celeron toting 2-in-1 might be an option. I wouldn't recommend it, but at 13,000, it does seem to be the cheapest Windows option today. So it does warrant a mention on this list. Now, if you did want something reasonably snappy but cheaper than that 27,000 rupee laptop, then at 23,000 you get the Ryzen 3 8256 Avida. If you wanted Intel, then the 10th Gen 10210U Avida, it shares a lot of similarities with the Pura Ryzen 5 in the fact that it still has a 14-inch Full HD display. It's got 8 gigs of RAM as well. It weighs in at about 100 grams lighter at 1.25 kgs, but it is priced in the 30 to 40,000 rupee segment at 36,990. Spend 3,000 rupees more and you can swap the 10th Gen i5 with a Ryzen 5 3700U. Given all laptops here, they're under 1.34 kgs. The casual user, one who wants to take notes at a meeting, attend online classes, give presentations, work on Excel sheets, etc., that's who these are aimed at. Now, if you are averse to going Avida, then the value does drop, but Asus does have an option here. The VivoBook 14, it offers specs similar to the Pura, but with half the storage and costs 35,999. And it also weighs more at 1.6 kgs. Now, if you want the Intel version, you don't want to go with Ryzen, I don't know why you wouldn't, but still, hey, if that's what you choose, then enter Mi Notebook 14. Now, this is similar to the Avida Liber, but with half the storage and a little more weight at 42,000 rupees. Now, moving up to the 50,000 segment, here's where we move away from casual usage to productivity and gaming. If you are looking at something with a strong CPU to run resource-intensive software, then the Asus VivoBook Ultra with its Ryzen 5 4500U might just fit the bill. 512 RAM storage, 15-inch Full HD, and at 1.8 kgs, it's not too heavy either. If you're looking for gaming instead, at 50,990, we have the Asus TUF Gaming FX50 5DT. This one has a Ryzen 5 3550H, but it also has a GTX 1650. And wait for it, a 15-inch 120Hz display. But we've heard quite a few complaints about the panel on the Asus TUF. So we also have the HP Pavilion Gaming, similar specs, but a 60Hz panel. Now, it's not like at this price point, you aren't allowed to buy a light and portable Ultrabook without really looking at productivity or gaming. You know, just for portability and battery life, if that's your priority, then you've got the Mi Notebook 14 Horizon Edition, 10th Gen Intel i5, 14-inch Full HD, MX5, 350 for the most casual of games out there. All this at just 1.35 kgs, so super portable. It's got reasonably good battery life too. Now, as we move on to the 60K plus segment, things start getting a little jumbled. The casual use Ultrabook, that's still there, clear as day. a separate line, but productivity and gaming, they kinda aren't separate anymore. They kinda start mixing here because, I mean, let's take a look at the 60K segment. Our choice here is the Acer Aspire 7. Yeah, it's the 9th Gen i5, but it's the cheapest 1650 Ti, and it's not too heavy. Oh, and there is even a 1650 version of the same laptop that comes in under 50,000 rupees. The Msi Gf65 Thin is quite the all-rounder. At 1.86 kgs, it's portable enough for the casual user. The 9th Gen i5, 16 gigs of RAM, that makes it quite good for productivity. And it's got the 1660 Ti with a 15.6-inch 144Hz panel for gamers. Now, this is from personal experience. MSI service is atrocious. I personally use a Msi Gs65 Stealth. It's an amazing laptop, very good for editing on the go. That's what I use when I travel, when I'm in UAE, when I'm going for launch events, at least before the world went to crap with COVID. But any which ways, now within a year of buying it, I had the battery swell up, which, okay, wasn't the best thing to happen, but it does happen. Not holding that against MSI. Since I needed a replacement, MSI told me, hey, you're a YouTuber and we know you for a while, so we're gonna make an exception for you and get you the battery real quick within 2 months. After constant poking and prodding on social media, I think they gave me my laptop back in about 5 weeks-ish. But here's the thing, this is what they are doing when they say they know me already. Now, if you're just walking into their service center, how long would they have taken? And the fact that they had no replacement batteries for one of their top products anywhere in India, that too, this is not an old product. I was taking it for warranty within a year of, not me buying it, within a year of it going on sale. Now, that's not a good thing. Now, why am I still including MSI in this list? Like I've said many times with phones, assessing service is not within the scope of a YouTube video. Because what I have experienced, it's just that, it's just what I've experienced. And whatever I'm saying is my best guesstimate. Maybe what really happened is that the Gs65 Stealth wasn't a model that they sold enough of, they didn't have enough units, so they didn't, or maybe they had 5 battery replacements that week and ran out. There could be many reasons why I probably had a bad experience. So I can't say an entire brand service is bad based on a single experience I had. And generally people tend to say stuff like, oh, I read so many things online about people saying blah, 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 so maybe the service, they didn't reply, blah, blah, blah. But hey, end of the day, it is what it is. Assessing service, it doesn't happen. It isn't something a YouTuber can really do. So with that said, you know, again, for me personally, I haven't even had any other service to deal with. I did deal with Sony Vaio, but they don't exist anymore, so it doesn't really matter. I'm still including the MSI in the list here, but at the same time, I want to let you guys know my experience. Not to tell you guys don't buy MSI, but it's more like, let's say a friend of yours is buying a brand product that you've had a bad experience with. You're going to tell them, hey, dude, I had a bad experience. You know, just keep it in mind. And that's the same way I'm letting you guys know. Okay, so enough with going off on a tangent. Let's get back to the video on hand. Now, if you want something that defines thin and light, then we've got the LG Gram coming in at under 1000 grams, that's a kilo. That would have been an easier way to say it. But yeah, anyways, we get the latest 10th Gen Core i5, 8 gigs of RAM, 256 gigs of solid state storage, and it costs just 71,000 rupees now on Flipkart. At 74K, we have the Dell Inspiron 5300, which comes with the same 10th Gen i5, and even the weight is more or less similar, 1.1 kgs. At 90,000 rupees, MSI have an higher end SKU for the Gf65, one with a 9th Gen i7 and the 2060. MSI does have some of the most price efficient options in the high end. Again, a reason why I have not been able to omit them from these discussions. At about 1.5 lakhs, yet again MSI, GP65, 32 gigs of RAM, 512 gig SSD, 1 TB hard disk, 10th Gen i7, 2070, 15.6-inch 144Hz panel. It seems to be an excellent pick. Now, if you want to go overkill with gaming, the Rog Strix Car 17, it's got a 2080 Super and a 17-inch Full HD screen with a flippin' 300Hz display. It does cost a pretty penny though. As far as super expensive Ultrabooks go, between a lakh and two, my picks are going to be various Dell Xps 13 models. These are some of the most portable laptops. The weight starts at 1.2 kgs, so it's very light. They have excellent keyboards, a lot of I/O including Thunderbolt 3. The display goes all the way up to 4K, and there's also a touch option. The battery life is supposed to be solid. So if you do want a thin and light Ultrabook, it doesn't really get better than the Dell Xps 13. Unless you want a gaming Ultrabook. I know gaming Ultrabook just seems to be a mashup of two contradictory terms, but we do have two laptops that fit the bill somewhat. First up, we've got the Asus Zephyrus G14. It comes with the latest Ryzen mobile CPU, can be configured up to Ryzen 4900HS and 2060 Max-Q. The main draw here is that it has a lot of power for productivity or gaming in a very tiny portable package, so be ready to pay quite a hefty premium for it. The same goes with the Razer Blade Stealth as well. It can be configured up to a 4K panel, although personally I'd go for the 1080p 120Hz, the one paired with a GTX 1650 or a 1650 Ti. All this in a premium CNC milled aluminum body that's extremely durable as well as light. We also have Thunderbolt 3 on board, which means we can actually add a multitude of add-ons, including external graphic cards. Of course, all that power and portability does come at a cost. The Blade Stealth starts at over 2 lakhs here in India. Now, laptops are a pretty subjective topic. I'm sure there are gonna be some of you who don't agree with my picks. I'd really like to know a little bit of reasoning on why you don't agree, instead of the typical "this video sucks" comments. So hey, that would be super awesome if you'd let me know what is it that you feel I said wrong, so that I can probably take that feedback and put that into use the next time I do a similar video. Now guys, I have omitted MacBooks. Yes, I know that. That's not because they aren't good. It's just that I've never used a Mac in my life and I don't feel comfortable talking about something I have no idea about. Of course, you can say, Ash, you've not used a lot of these laptops on this list as well, but I have used similar ones and I'm pretty familiar with Windows, so I can understand the reviews, I can understand what these are about a lot better. So basically, I've just done your research for you with the Windows laptops, all that, condensed it into one small video. So if you did find this video useful, please share, subscribe. Also, thumbs up, turn on notifications, hit that bell icon, all that. So that's pretty much it. Thanks a lot for watching. Till next time, my name's Ash. You've been watching C4E Tech. I'm signing off. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.